Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today's video isn't going to be a makeup related video. It's going to be a talking with stephNchanted. But before we get into that, I just want to say, hey, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll leave the annotation right here so you can subscribe. In my last video, I stated that once I hit 100 subscribers, I will be doing my first giveaway, and that is still going. So please subscribe and share this video with all your friends and family so we can hit 100 subscribers so I can do my first giveaway. And let me know in the comments below what you would like for me to give away. I have some ideas, but I just want to make sure I get some things that you guys really want. And so yeah. And now for this topic, it's a topic that has really hit home for me for the past couple of weeks. I wasn't sure if I was going to film it, just because it is like, I guess it's a controversial topic. There are a lot of views, a lot of positive and negative views to it. But like I said, it has hit home for me, and I got really emotional over this. And it's about immigration, it's about immigration and the immigration raids that have been going on. As most of you know, I live in New York, and New York was one of the states where the immigration raids were happening. And it really hit home for me because I do know a lot of people who don't have a status here in the U.S. Like they're not citizens, they're not, they're here illegally. It's crazy, it's crazy to think that people can just be taken away, even if they have family here, even if they have children here. I mean, it is crazy. It started on it started on Saturday, January 2nd, and on that same day, there's a Colombian bakery, but right by where we live, right by the church that we go to. And one of my good friends, she was born here, but she went to that bakery, and she got stopped on her way out. She was in her car and she got stopped by immigration. What she told me is that they weren't in uniform or anything, they were in regular clothes, and they asked for her license and stuff, and she asked them for a badge, and they did show their badge, and so they were for immigration, they were from ICE. And so it's really crazy to think, like, you always hear stuff in the news, but once it happens to somebody close to you, it's like, that's the moment when it hits you. It's like, damn, this is really happening. And it really hit home for me, like I said, because I know a lot of people, like, I was born here in the U.S., but my parents weren't. They were born in Colombia, and my brother as well, and they came to this country. Yes, they were immigrants, they were illegal aliens, and thank goodness that they're citizens now. But I went through the process with them. Like, I was there. Yes, I was young, but I helped them with their English. I helped them study for their citizen test, like, answer the questions. And so this is something that's really close to me because I've gone through it. Like, not me, like, I haven't gone through it because I was born here, but my parents went through it. My brother, he was in the U.S. Navy, and he's in the Coast Guard, and now he's a police officer. And so yeah, like, and it really hit home for me because my husband isn't a citizen. He's not a citizen yet. He is a permanent resident, but I want to get emotional. But when I heard about these raids and the stories that people were saying that even though they had their green card, or even though they had the permanent residency, they were still getting taken away. And that really resonated with me because, like I said, my husband is a permanent resident, and it really, really scared me that in any moment, even though he has his residency, he could be taken away just because, they might say, oh no, his papers aren't in order or something like that. And it really got me emotional because to think that he could be taken away from me and my daughter is just something that I don't want to think about. And you never know what you hear in the in the news or on Facebook or on Twitter. You never know what's fact and what's fiction, because people can put their own spin on things to make it more interesting, or stuff like that. And you don't know. I don't know what stories are true, what stories are not, because I've heard of people, again, that they had their residency but they were still taken away. And so I don't know. Like, I've done research, I've looked it up, and what's being said is that they're looking for people who already have a deportation against them, by law, by court of law. And so it really has got me, really emotional because of my husband. And so yeah, I'm sorry I'm getting emotional. It's just something that really hits home to me, because again, if God forbid, they would say something is wrong with his paperwork or something, like I wouldn't know what to do. Not because he's the breadwinner, but because he's my husband, my daughter's father, he's my home, he's my family. And so I like on Sunday, after it started on Saturday, on that Sunday, January 3rd, I broke down. Like, I even cried to my husband. I was like, you have to have your green card on you. I was getting to the point where I didn't want him to leave the house without his residency card, because God forbid he got stopped and they would say, oh, well, your license is fake or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that would happen. I'm just saying that once this all once this all was going on, like, I kept going through scenarios in my head where they're probably scenarios that would never happen. And so I just wanted to talk about this, because I know I'm not the only one out there that's been emotional about this or has feelings about this topic, because it is a topic of our whole country. Like, this is going on in our country. There are immigrants here. I mean, to be honest, we all are immigrants, because nobody can say that they're from here, they're from America. Everybody immigrated to here from some place. And so I'm sure if you look back at your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-great-great-grandparents, you'll see that nobody was actually from here. They're all from different countries. And so that's my take on it. And I know I'm gonna have people like say, oh, well, they're here illegally, blah blah blah. Like, you know what, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. I'm gonna respect your opinion, respect mine. I'm not pushing my opinions or my views on anybody. I just wanted to get this video out there because it is something that I've been going through, I've been dealing with, and I'm sure that a lot of people out there like feeling the same way like as I am. I just want to say, like, you're not alone. All I can say is, like, actually do your research. I'm gonna link some websites that I looked into in the description box so you guys can check it out, because I did want to know what to do if immigration came to my house or something. Number one advice was, do not open the door. Again, I am not a lawyer or any sorts. This is all the information that I got from doing my research online. Again, I will post the links down below, and so if you guys want to see it, again, if I'm wrong, then I apologize. And if you guys have any new information for me, please let me know in the comments below, because I would love to stay up to date to this. because this is something important to me, and I'm sure it's important to a lot of people out there who are dealing with this. And so if you are a lawyer, or if you're going to school for this and you know the actual protocol to go through, please let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. Again, I'm not going to be offended if people start saying comments like, oh, well, I don't agree with you, blah, 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 or this isn't, or what you said is wrong. I'm not going to be offended because I'm not a lawyer. I don't work, you know, in this field. I'm just stating what I found online from the research that I did. But yes, the number one advice I can give you is do your research, or go to somebody who does work in this field and ask them questions, because you need to be informed if this is affecting you or anybody close to you. That way you can help as much as you can. And so, yes, you know, I just wanted to put my little 2 cents out there and give all my positive, you know, positive energy to everybody. I really hope everyone is being safe out there. And I hope that one day, you know, this whole immigration will be resolved, and we can have, you know, everybody can have a fair chance and a fair opportunity to live out the American dream, because that's what everybody comes here for. We all come, you know, everybody comes here to live out the American dream. Even people who are born here, you know, their ancestors, whether it's their parents or their grandparents, they came here for a new opportunity, and I feel like everybody should get that opportunity. Yes, you're breaking the law by coming here illegally, but sometimes people are escaping, you know, wars, gangs, violence. And so I just think that people come here and they work hard and they do, you know, they're not murderers, they're not robbing people, they're not, you know, I just think everybody should have a fair chance. And I'm sorry that I got emotional, but it's something that's really close to me. And because if I wasn't born here, I think I'd still have the same views. Like, this one thing that really got me, like, got my blood boiling, was when I went to the post office one time, and it was actually a couple weeks ago, and there was a Hispanic woman working in the post office, and she was talking to this guy who was also Hispanic. They were talking in Spanish, and the guy was asking for like an address verification, because the IRS was calling him. Like, I know I was eavesdropping, but it was kind of hard not to hear what they were saying, like, because they were there. But it was kind of hard not to hear what they were saying, because there was only like 2 people working there. And so the IRS was contacting him because they didn't want an address verification from him, and he thought he could go to the post office and get it. And she was trying to explain to him that no, that they don't do that, that they don't register people there or anything like that. And what I think he needed was proof, you know, of his address, which was, you know, write his name on an envelope, his address and stuff, and actually mail it to himself. That way they can prove, oh, it has the post office stamp, so that's his address. But the way the woman was talking to him really made my blood boil, because she was talking down to him. Like, she wasn't trying to help him. She was talking down to him and kind of making it seem like he was an idiot, or he was stupid, or he was dumb. Because she kept on saying, you don't get it, like, and especially like, tú no entiendes, but the tone she was using, it was so rude. And I just, you know, I was trying to hold my composure, and then there was this guy behind, like 2 people behind me, and he was saying, even I don't speak Spanish, and I know what the hell she's saying. Like, you don't do that here, get out of the line, we have to send mail. And that just got me so pissed off. I'm not even kidding. It got me so pissed off, because I turned around and I said, excuse me, there is no need for you to be hostile. And he looked at me, he was like, hostile? Isn't that like a hotel or something? And in my mind I was like, wait a minute, you are you're bashing somebody or you're being rude to somebody because they're not understanding something, and yet you don't understand what I'm telling you. And I was just like astounded, because to me that's just so hypocrite of him. And I didn't like that. And then from right there, I went straight to the woman. I was like, I told her in English, and I was like, I don't know why you're working here, because you're supposed to be helping people. You're paid to be here to help people, and the way you're talking to him is so rude that you should be ashamed of yourself. But yeah, I was just so disgusted by their behavior. I was ready to leave, but when I looked to the guy she was supposedly helping, he looked so confused. So I turned around and I basically told him what I told her in Spanish. So I said, hola señor, disculpe, pero yo le acabo de decir a ella que yo no entiendo por qué ella está trabajando aquí. Si a ella están pagando por estar aquí para ayudar a la gente, y en la forma que ella lo está tratando a usted, le está hablando, a mí no me parece nada bien. And so what that basically means is, hey sir, excuse me, I'm sorry, but I basically just told her that I don't get why she's working here, because she's supposed to be helping people. She's being paid to do this, and the way she's talking to you and treating you, I don't see a point to it. And so, and he just looked at me, he's like, okay. He's like, all right, muchas gracias, señorita. And then I tried to explain to him what was going on, that he should, what I thought he was meaning was that he should send himself a letter or something, just to get the stamp so they can see that that's where he lives. But yes, that's my little story there, because it really gets me irritated when people start being rude to other people. Yes, I get it that in the US we speak English, but we also speak Spanish, French, Japanese, Chinese. You know, we're a melting pot, and so we speak all these languages. You know, in some parts of New York, they only speak Chinese. In some parts of, you know, California, they only speak Spanish. And so there are different communities in each state where a different language is the first language. And, you know, every time you make a phone call, you know, whether it's to a company, to the cable company, what do they say? For English, press 1. Para español, presione 2. And so it's like, I mean, you shouldn't be dumbfounded when somebody speaks another language in this country, because it's all around us. It's on TV. It's whenever you pick up the phone, when you call a company, they always have 2 or even a couple different languages. Even in when you go to public places and they say, you know, they say stay here, or, you know, they have like little posters or something, or like saying like the restroom, they have different things. They have, you know, in English, they have in Spanish, they have in French. They have Braille. Braille is in a whole nother language. Even though you might not think it is, it is. It's a whole different language, because you have to learn. You have to learn how to read it. You have to learn how to write it. And so, like, I'm sorry. And so, yeah, like, I just feel like and so I just feel like there's no need to be rude or nasty when you don't have to be it. Okay, you could be irritated, that's fine, but don't show it to other people who don't deserve it. It's like you going to France and saying and trying to get information, and then somebody in French and saying in French, oh, I can't speak French, but saying the same thing. Oh, I don't speak English, but I know what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I just think we all need a little more positivity in our lives, because I feel like people act out and are rude because of how people treat them or whatever's going on in their lives, and so they just want to take it out on other people who don't deserve it. And so I just think we all need to breathe, woosah, and just take a chill pill and actually think before we speak, because you never know how somebody can react to what you say. And, you know, so yeah, I don't even know how long this video is gonna be, but you know, I just wanted to get this video out there, and, you know, you know, share with you my thoughts and how I've been feeling with this whole situation that's been going on. And if you guys have any stories, or if you guys been feeling down, or if you know, because there are days where I'm really worried and stuff, and I just get down and stuff. And so if you guys have any strategies on like how to pick yourselves up and try not to worry as much, or you know, take your mind off of things, just let me know in the comments below, because I would really appreciate it. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys can teach me something, I'm all ears. But yeah, thanks for watching with me. I'm sorry if I've rambled a lot. I'm sorry I got emotional. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.